Yeah, welcome to my Lifestyle Tough Chat channel, and this is part 3 of Nuisance Neighbours. And I was talking about my previous experience of the reason as to why I've moved so many times, which has led me to currently living in a 1-bed flat above the shops in my current area. And so I was taking it right back to 2014 when I'd come back from abroad, and I had to go into a shelter, and I was assigned a support worker, and the lady there, she really was not helping me move, and I ended up eventually getting a flat with a housing association in a tower block in Wolverhampton. And before I get into this video, I just want to say that I've moved back to my original area, which is Solihull, which is the total other side of Birmingham. So yeah, I'm living in Birmingham, on the outskirts of Birmingham, and Wolverhampton is a small town just outside Birmingham, and I really don't have any issue with Wolverhampton. It's a quieter town, yeah, and it does have its issues just like any other town, but really and truly, realistically, everything that I'm going to divulge into in this video, I really truly only think that it was pertaining to that particular block that I was living in. If I'd have moved and lived in a private tenant accommodation, which was a couple of yards down from the tower block that I was in, I really don't think I would have experienced these issues. So what I'm saying is, the issues that I was experiencing, I think, were relative to the actual where I was assigned to live. And I really do think that, I think sometimes these social workers and support workers who work for these temporary accommodation facilities, I really think they know what they're doing. And I really do think sometimes they just don't like the look of a person, and they really set out to F that person up for whatever reason. And speaking for myself, I really think that's what happened, because I explained in my last video that I approached Mid and Heart to get an application and for housing, and the very next day after I did that, the lady that was assigned as my support worker, she came to me in a flurry. All of a sudden she had my Birmingham City Council application after I'd been there. I don't know how many months I'd been there, but you know, I just found her timing was very sort of a bit calculated, you know. And after I bidded on certain properties, I eventually bidded on a property in Wolverhampton that I eventually went to reside at. And when I bidded on that property, and I let her know, and I let another staff member know that this is the one I think I'm going to go for, that one, her reaction was very sort of like, "Oh, Monsieur, are you sure you want to move to Wolverhampton? Why do you want to go there for?" Like this was her reaction. So as I said, I really think, I'd feel myself as if it's almost as if, not that they set me up, but as if they were preempting my steps and my actions. They were preempting something, which could have been prevented if she would have just done the job in the first place and found me, helped me find suitable accommodation, which she was not doing. Okay, so as I said, I ended up going to Wolverhampton in this area, which I really didn't know too much about the area, you know. And so when I was there, I just started experiencing various I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know whether to call it harassment, being targeted. I don't know how to explain it. The best way I can describe it is saying I was not accustomed to, and I was not used to being around these type of people. Okay, and what I mean is, for example, it was a tower block, okay, and I was living, there was about 20 floors, and I was living about halfway up. So there was a concierge. As you go in for the communal door, there was a concierge on the door, like a reception, security guard with the cameras, you know, manning the communal areas. and then you go through the double doors, and you had 2 lifts, elevator on this side and an elevator on that side. Okay, and so what I mean when I say types of people, what I mean is, for example, you know, on occasion I'd get into the lift and there'd be people like this big, like this, this big, obese, right, with like scabbing all on their arms and bare feet. They'd get into the public lift, the public communal lift, which is meant to be used by everybody, okay, with bare feet, no shoes on the feet, and then they'd have like scabs on their feet, okay, and these like scabs all along their arms, okay, and because they were so heavy, and they would like have odour, like they would stink, okay, and I'd have to be getting into the lift, okay, with people like this. Okay, that's just one scenario. But you know what it is? Since the other day, I've been reluctant to doing this video because there was just so many scenarios that I could divulge into. And I thought, you know what? I've been mulling over which scenarios to pick and choose to divulge into, okay? To give you an idea of the type of things that I was experiencing while I was in this tower block. And it got to a point where I said, you know what? I've actually written it down. I've written a list. I said, you know what? I don't know whether to just mention briefly each thing or just go into more detail with each thing, because you know I'm trying to keep these videos brief, you know. So the thing I want to say, about this block, when you go to Wolverhampton, when you're coming from Birmingham on the train, you can, this tower block where I ended up living, you can see it in the distance, right, on the train, right, and there's actually 3 of them. There's 3 standing tower blocks, one here, one here, one here, okay, like this, you can see the 3 of them as you're coming in from the train into Wolverhampton. You can see them in the distance, right, and the block that I was put in, right, it's called Hampton View, right, and really and truly the only good thing about living in this block was when you look out the window, there's lots of places like this in Wolverhampton. If you're high up enough, when you look out the window, okay, you can see the whole landscape of Wolverhampton and all of the Black Country. And if you like that kind of thing, it can be very nice, it can be quite picturesque, because the Black Country, and Dudley area of the West Midlands, I think it's known for, well, if you go into, the thing with Wolverhampton, people who don't know, if you're watching from abroad or anything like this, okay, Birmingham is in the centre of England, and Wolverhampton is just on the outskirts of Birmingham, and this area is called West Midlands, okay, and so Wolverhampton is in what we call the Black Country area, and it's a very, very extremely old town with a lot of old school English history, so this is why it's called the Black Country, because you know, going back to the days of the Industrial Revolution, it was a coal mining town, okay, and because of all the coal mining that was being done, it was very like smoky atmosphere and all of this, which is where it gets its name from, the Black Country. And so I think at that time there was a lot of quarries that they would mine for the coal, okay, and for this reason, this area, it's quite it's a very hilly area. It's there's something to do with the slope, you know, and the, what you call that, the latitude, the altitude of how low down or how high up this area it is. There's something about it, you know, anyone who's interested in ley lines, you know, the landscape and all of that, there's something about this area, the way it slopes, It's on a particular altitude, and so when you're living there, if you're high up enough, when you look, it's quite picturesque when you get a panoramic view of that Black Country, West Midlands area. And really and truly, that was the only best thing, nicest thing about living in that tower block. Apart from that, I would never ever go and live in a tower block ever again, unless I absolutely had to. I'm not doing that again. Yeah, and I'm getting into types of experiences that I was having, why I would just, I would not do that again, in one of those tower blocks. So there's like 3 of them like this, right? 3 tower blocks that you can see in the distance. And the one that I was in is called Hampton View. Yeah, and so when you go in through the communal doors, and then you go in through the double doors where the elevators are on either side, on the floor, and on each floor of each level, there's like a big symbol on the floor, this big circular symbol, like with all this triangular pattern inside the circle, okay, on the floor. And it reminds me of they have something very similar in America, in the White House building. Whenever you see the president doing his interviews and whatever else at that desk in the White House, there's that big circular symbol, on the floor. And for this reason, some of those, I don't know, governmental buildings and whatever else. So me personally, and everybody, a lot of the residents, I heard a lot of the residents saying, this block, the fire exit doors, you can either go up the lift, you can go up the elevators, or you can take stairs. When you take the stairs, going down or up each level, on each level there was a camera in the corner of the communal area. I heard many of the residents talking about this, how the block had so many security cameras, right, on each level. So me particularly, this is just my personal opinion, I really truly think that this block, I think it's known by authorities, and they send particular residents to this particular block. I don't have any, this is not fact, but this is my opinion that I think. So what I'm saying is, I think that when I was at that shelter home, I think they purposely sent me that, gave me that option, that choice, okay, of living in this block for whatever reason, okay. When I say for whatever reason, another thing, what these what the council and these housing associations, these authorities, what they do, okay, this is what I mean. It's like when I start talking about one thing, I just end up divulging it because I have to talk about something else. So again, this is my opinion, because I'm not an authority, I don't work for the police, I'm not a social worker, because I try to keep my nose clean as I can, and my hands clean, as much as I can. So I really try to not have any dealings with police and social workers and all of this sort of things, just not. But basically what I'm saying is, this is my opinion, this is my belief. Hello Matt, hello user, hello Real G, hello Agora, hello Gala, hello Sam Bush, hello Ronald, hello One Chief, hello DJ Organic, Amir, hello Odin, hello Obama, hello Real Marksman, hello Positive Vibes, hello. This is my opinion, that these authorities, right, if you want to call them police, social workers, social services, okay, they really know what they're doing when they place certain residents in certain areas, certain locations, okay, and for example, there's a particular area that is known for having a high crime rate. I think, this is my opinion, what they'll do is they will send somebody, like a plant, yeah, who is squeaky clean, let's put it that way. Someone who's squeaky clean, who's like fish bait, yeah, they will send that person to this area that's known for having a high crime rate, and they will utilise that person as their, when I say their, the authorities, as their eyes and ears to keep a check, to keep an eye on what's going on in the area. And that person, they could be just, they're not a grass, they're just going about their everyday business, they're living their life, yeah. But obviously on a day-to-day basis they're having to have interactions with these residents who are wheelers and dealers and up to no good. Okay, obviously, so just through those interactions alone, yeah, that person who's acting like bait for the authorities becomes almost like the eyes and the ears, yeah, for the residents, yeah, for the authorities to keep a check on and reel out one by one, step by step, the people that are up to no good. Okay, this is what they do. Okay, and I know this because of the places that I've gone to live at. This is what has been happening. This is what eventually you start to become more aware of your surroundings, of your environment, and of what's going on. Yeah. So basically, this is what I'm saying. I think that shelter home, even though it was by my choice, my option, yeah, I think they sent me there, yeah, purposely, yeah. And yeah, and that's what the circular pattern, you know, single thing on the floor. Yeah, I just think that block, I think it's more than just a tower block for residents. Don't tell me exactly what, but I think it operates as something for the area, yeah, as the eyes and ears for Wolverhampton area or something. And I think that they send particular types of residents to that block for this reason. And another reason why I'm saying that is because this is another thing that I was told. I didn't know this, but I was informed this by the other residents, that literally where the tower block was, literally across the road opposite, there was a council flat apartment blocks, masonettes, low-rise one, and in one of the apartments, one of the flats that was literally directly opposite me where I was living, somebody told me that it was like it was an office for the police, and police, when they are acting undercover, what you call like plain clothes police, it was some sort of I don't know, some sort of office or something for them, yeah. So this is the other reason why I'm stating this, yeah. And all this to do with like being targeted individual and harassment and all this sort of stuff. Like, I've been experiencing, yeah, before all of this, but it started to become a lot more apparent to me at this time when I came back from abroad and I moved here into this tower block in Wolverhampton, where I just felt like I was continually being watched. And I don't know what happened, but the year was 2014, and I do think this year there was some sort of shift with people in general, you know. But yeah, that's another topic. So, okay, so let's get into this then. So the different types of scenarios that were occurring at this tower block, things such as, okay, so where I was, the floor that I was living on, the level that I was on, opposite me there was a lady, and not opposite me, who lived adjacent to me, next door to me. She was known for like dealing, and she ended up passing away actually many years later, after I'd moved out of that area. and God rest her soul, yeah, and all my condolences to her family. But many years after I'd moved out of that area and moved back to where I live at the moment, it was about 2 years ago, about 2.5 or 3 years ago, I heard on the news, it was on ITV News Central News, that she passed away in an attack. People, I don't know if it was related to a previous partner of hers or an ex-boyfriend or something like this, but they set fire to her and she passed away. And when I heard this, it was it was very disturbing. It was very shocking and it was very disturbing to myself, because I live next door to this lady for 2-3 years and spoke to her on a daily basis, and whatever she was dealing with or whoever she was involved with, I think she used to drug deal basically, but whatever she was involved with, she did not deserve that, you know, which was awful thing to have happened to her, because she was really lovely, friendly, bubbly person, neighbour. But I knew myself from living there that she was involved with, you know, sort of like the wrong side of the law. God rest her soul. I'm doing this video because I'm trying to make you aware, making you realise the things that I'm talking about, the kind of residents that I was living amongst, and kind of things that I was experiencing. I was just not accustomed to these kind of people. Okay, I was not accustomed to living around people who don't have like good like hygiene standards. I'm used to being around people. Okay, sorry to divulge. Okay, it's a very awful thing what happened to her. Okay, what I'm trying to explain to you is I was living in this area. Okay, where the kind of people that I was living around were involved in this kind of lifestyle. Okay, which I was not accustomed to in any of my previous experience. Okay, I'm used to living around people who have hygiene, have good, excellent hygiene standards. Okay, who know how to brush the teeth in the morning, and you know, who are aware, okay, when they're going into a public area, you know, if they've got scabs on their feet, you know, they need to put socks on their feet or shoes on their feet. People who are mindful, okay, of other people. Okay, people who have a wash and who have a shower in the morning, who don't go to public areas stinking, okay, because they've got bad BO issues, scabs all over their arms and scabs all over their feet. Okay, and who were like involved in like drug dealing, and involved with like the wrong type of people. I just, you know, I was not accustomed to being around on a regular basis these kind of people. Okay, people like throwing ketchup on my windows, you know, or spitting on my windows. People who lived above me. With like low self-respect, you know, never mind respect for another person. It's like some people, they don't even have any self-respect, no respect for themselves, to be spitting outside the window so that it lands on somebody else's window, throwing ketchup and cereals out the flipping window so that it's landing on someone else's window. I just was like, you know what is this? I'm just breathing. So what else? So that was one lady, yeah, God rest her soul. Okay, she lived next door to me, and there was another lady who lived opposite me on the other side. Mature lady, she was okay, she was alright, she was very friendly, no problem, no issues with her. Opposite her, no, next door to her was an African guy, no problems with him. I think he was a mental health nurse or something like that, and whenever he was at home, he would just be playing his music quite loud, you know, no issues with him. And the guy who lived on my left hand side, I think he had learning difficulties, and he was friendly enough, but he was another one. He had really strong BO. He had strong odour issues, to the point where even the smell coming from his own flat would linger, and the smell would be so strong. Sometimes I would get home and I could smell his BO in my apartment. Even especially sometimes he would leave his window open, and when he left his window open, the smell of his flat would be coming into my flat. Okay, so anyway, like I said, I just wasn't used to living around these kind of people. So this African guy who lived opposite me, he moved out, and there was a couple who moved in. So after I'd been at this property maybe like 2 years, 2.5 years, this couple moved in. It's like a mature-ish couple moved in opposite me, and on one occasion he you know, because Wolverhampton, they're friendly enough, you know, most people in Wolverhampton, they're like friendly people, it's a friendly town. And like I said, I don't really have an issue with Wolverhampton. Actually, I'll go there sometimes to do my shopping, you know, to get out of Brumtown, because it's a more quiet town. And I really don't have any issue with Wolverhampton. The only issue I had was living in this tower block. So, so then this couple, this married couple, they moved in, and like I said, it was like, you know, you just say hello to your neighbours. They're just like that, like they don't want to get too like close to it. You know, most of the time they mind the business, you mind your business. Yeah, but one time he came out of his flat, and then he was showing me his cockroach collection. Okay, like I really wanted to see his cockroach collection. And his missus, on another occasion, she started telling me how they were living with her sister for a while because they had to move out, and her sister must have had a cockroach infestation, and so they must have brought the cockroach infestation with them. It's almost as if she was proud, you know, to tell me this. She was like, oh, we didn't have cockroaches, but since we came from my sister's, yeah, she had cockroaches, and we must have brought them with. Then we must have brought the cockroaches with us, because now we've got cockroach infestation as well. Yeah, that's when the husband came out. I was like, yeah, we got cockroaches. Yeah, we got cockroach infestation. Do you want to see? Look, I've been collecting them even in my jar. Look all these. Look. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying now. I don't know if these people, right, if they just got like a warped or like a morbid sense of humour or what, I don't know. But they're there like showing me, yeah, in the jar. Oh look, yeah, we got cockroaches, yeah, and look, I've been collecting them as well. And look, here they are. Look in the jar. Look, have a look. Look at my cockroach. Look at my cockroach collection. Yeah, like it's the most amazing thing that I really want to see. As if I really truly want to just see right now his cockroach collection. This is what people were like when I was living. And I do remember it was around the same time that this dude was so interested in showing me his cockroach collection, as if I really wanted to see his cockroach collection. I remember him telling me a few sort of like, how to say, kilometres away from where we were living, a skeleton. Okay, and I'm talking about, I'm not like saying like in the movies or on TV or something like this. I'm saying, yeah, in real life. Yeah, okay. He was telling me a skeleton, like an actual skeleton of an actual person, human body, yeah, was found in a car, in an abandoned car. I think the car, somebody must have set fire to the car, and the police found the car on the side of the road or something like this, or in someone's garage or something like this, or parked up on somebody's garden or something like this, with the skeletal body inside the car. Yeah, and yeah, again, he was telling me about this, and it's almost as if he was just so happy to tell me about this like morbid news. And I was just like, right, okay then. And it was around this time, like I said, I'd been living in this flat, putting up with all this nonsense, okay, from my nosy nuisance neighbours. I just started to really truly feel like, what is this? What are these people that I'm living around? I really just, I don't know what this is. It's just something new to me. Like, am I in a horror movie, or are these people trying to like recreate some sort of like, I felt like, they were trying to instill some kind of like not fear, that macabre, like making me feel like paranoid and creeped out. It's like they were trying to put the heebie-jeebies in me. That's how I felt like these residents that I was living around. It was as if they was like trying to like make me always be like looking over my shoulder and be putting like the heebie-jeebies, and the creeps in me or something like this. Just what I just started to just feel like, what is this? What's wrong with these people? Because I just was not used to people like this. I was like, what is wrong with these people? Okay. So, people getting in lift. I've said about that, making funny. Okay. So, when I first moved into this tower block, there was a black man, skinny black man, right? I had to explain what he looked like. If you imagine Samuel L. Jackson, like a slimmer version of Samuel L. Jackson with dreads, what? Like this, tall dude. Okay, he was one of the security guards at this on the concierge, on the reception at this tower block. And when I first moved in there, I was I had my removal van and I was taking all the stuff out of the removal van with whoever I was with at the time. And he was all like, oh you're moving here, Wolverhampton, okay then, this and that. And he was like, oh it's posh here. He was like, you're from Birmingham? He was like, oh, you're coming from Solihull? He was like, oh yeah, he goes, it's posh here. It's really posh. And I was like, oh, is it posh, is it really? Just, one of those things, like in passing, like I was moving all my stuff, I was busy, I was occupied. I didn't even think 1 second about what he was saying. And it's only after I started living there I started to comprehend the extent of the sarcasm that he was that was in this, what he was saying. Oh yeah, it's really posh here. The sarcasm and the irony, of what he was saying. He was very extremely calculated and deliberate, in this statement. He was like trying to inform me about, because like I said, after maybe, what happened, somebody went on holiday and then somebody brought some old antique furniture right up into my flat that I didn't ask for. They said, oh yeah, look at this chair, I got this from downstairs, and look at, oh, it's really nice, isn't it? Look at it, it's really nice, designer, isn't it? Look, it's like antique designer looking. Oh yeah, it's gonna look really nice in here. It's gonna look really nice in your flat, isn't it? And ever since this person moved this antique looking chair into my flat, I started itching, getting all this itching on my body and on my feet. This sensation of like things just crawling like this. I don't know what, I swear to God, like I don't know what the F, this type of, what it was, this type of bug, because you can't see them. So basically what I'm saying is, the flat, it was bug infested, and it wasn't only just my flat that was bug infested, a couple of the residents who live there, maybe 5 or 6, maybe more, I think, residents, were all experiencing this issue, okay, of the flats and the carpets being infested with bugs, okay. But there wasn't only just one type of bug. There were about 2 or 3 different types of bugs. So every 6 months, so what would happen is we'd have to be calling the exterminators out. We'd have to phone up the housing association, and they would have to call the terminator people, the bug terminator people, yeah, to come out, spray the place down with chemicals, and say, okay, yeah, thanks a lot, yeah, all the bugs are killed. But then what would happen is 6 months later, the bugs would just start reoccurring because whatever they was using, it wasn't strong enough stuff, okay. Whatever exterminator chemical they were using, it must have been really mild. So then it was like every 6 months we'd have to be calling out the exterminator people to come and exterminate these bugs, okay. And then they would come around and then say, oh, maybe, you know, it's in your head, maybe you just feel, you know, maybe, you know, somebody scratches themselves then and you see them, then you yourself feel like itching as well. Maybe it's just nothing, you know, maybe it's just you. It's like, no, it's not just me, okay, the place is bug infested, okay. And it wasn't just infested with just like one type of bug, okay. They'd come out and they'd say, oh yeah, it's bed bugs, yeah, and oh look, I found one, look, I found bed bug in your bed, yeah, and they look like apple seeds, don't they, bed bugs. They look like apple seeds with legs like this, don't they? Yeah, that's what they look like, I know. But the thing is, I don't know what extreme baby bed bugs are like. But basically, there was another type of bug, okay, in the flat, okay, which you could not see them. These were not bed bugs. I don't know what type of bugs these were because I'm not a specialist in bugs, okay. But the sensation, like I would be sitting down when I had nothing on my feet, okay, and then it's like you feel like a legion, okay, or an army of these tiny little creeper things, like just creeping like this, literally like this. Yeah, that's how you feel them, yeah. Like just, what would you call it? Like just infesting like your feet. It was just like the weirdest, the most grossest, most creeped out sensation. Okay, it was just gross. Okay. Hello, hello. Are you good? You look very colourful and loud, proud. Sorry?
I know I'm red.
Yeah, you look very red. Yeah. Am I too? Me too, look, we're matching.
I'm on the red hoodie side.
What's that?
I'm on the red hoodie side.
Oh, you got, oh no, yeah, we're all matching. We should start a club. We should start a band or something.
Can you sing?
Sorry?
Can you sing?
I do sing, but like, I just keep it to myself.
Can you sing?
I just sing like jazz.
Jazz?
Yeah, I've got like a high voice. I've got like a high, like, small voice. I need a microphone to amplify my voice.
You believe in Jesus Christ?
I do, yes. Yeah, it's church, isn't it? Yeah.
You go to church?
I don't go to church really, but yeah, I do believe in, yeah, I'm Christian, yeah.
What's live on there, are you?
Yeah, it's TikTok. I'm doing a live for, I have a channel on YouTube.
Hello, fans.
You have to show your face. Yeah, I've got a new friend, look.
Hello, fans, how are you? TikTok.
I know, it's TikTok, yeah. I've got a channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's called Lifestyle Chat Channel.
Yeah.
So I do my filming in TikTok, because TikTok's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do my filming in TikTok and then I edit my video and then I upload it onto YouTube.
What do you film?
Like this, what I'm doing now.
Oh, what are you doing?
Yeah, just like chatting. Yeah.
From around here?
I'm from Birmingham. I know all of Birmingham, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Smethwick.
Smethwick?
Yeah.
I'm Marcy, everyone around up to me.
Joseph.
Joseph?
Yeah.
Alright, nice to meet you.
That's
Do you go
fine.
to this church?
No, I just come up here now and then. That's Boytech.
Whitehead?
Polish.
Nice to meet you.
Polish.
Oh, right, okay.
Polish.
How long have you been here? Right, do you like it? I was going to say it's cold, but Poland's cold as well, isn't it? Colder, yeah.
No winter.
So, I'm just gonna I'm gonna get myself a cup of tea or coffee, and then I'm gonna conclude this dialogue and continue later. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, if you're in my live, or if you have watched any of my live, thanks very much for watching and joining live now. Yeah, so I might come back on later today, or I'm going to come back on tomorrow to conclude, to carry on with my talk about nuisance neighbours, nuisance and unhygienic neighbours. But yeah, good to see you, and I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Bye bye.